Hello everyone, welcome to a special kind of speedrun today. It is on Red Dead Redemption Under Nightmare again. However, it's not the normal any percent run, it is a very different one. This one is called Treasure Hunter. And basically, it's part of the Red Dead extended categories on speedrun.com. And this is my fourth attempt at trying it. First two went badly. Third one went okay, but I knew I could do better, so I went and tried again. I learned the run only yesterday morning, so I'm still pretty rough at it. However, I feel like it went almost perfect in this one. So this is the one I'm submitting to speedrun.com, and this is the one I'm going to put up on my channel. It starts off the same as the any percent run for the first like 4.5, 5 minutes, and then we do nothing the same. Everything is completely different. So at the start, you're going to see us get our horse, go to Blackwater, clear out the Blackwater graveyard, save the town, and then everything else is completely different from there on. So instead of going over this exact same stuff again, I'll talk a little bit about the run. There are 5 ranks of Treasure Hunter, and it starts off, we have to do a glitch to get to Mexico as well, and the glitch is what has made this my 4th attempt. The glitch has killed so many runs, so many attempts at runs I should say. Very confusing glitch, very confusing. Still I'm not 100% sure on how it works, but I did get it to work on this, thankfully, and I'll show you that when we go to Mexico. Accidental little jump into someone's garden here, but that's okay. But yeah, thanks to Void for his world record run that I learned from, and it's Void who I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description. He is someone that has explained perfectly how to do the glitch to get to Mexico early, which is a glitch that, even though I've had it explained to me perfectly, it's still difficult to do. I'll get it nailed down eventually. Look at this, my horse is like meeting me here. I've never had the horse meet me here before. I don't know why, but maybe that's a little speedrun strat I've learned. I have no clue. But yeah, it was kind of just a normal Blackwater graveyard clearing. Nothing special with this one. Because I knew that I might have to reset. I had to reset 2 times earlier today just to get this run, because to start the Treasure Hunter challenge, you need to get the treasure map, and the treasure map is something that can spawn in this little campsite. However, the first 2 times I went there, the campsite wasn't there. Instead, it was just someone getting mauled by zombies. So I had to reset and do the first 8 minutes of the run again. And then it was something else and no treasure map, so I had to reset and do the first 8 minutes again. Eventually I got the treasure map, and this is what we're going to see here. After just this clearing. For some reason this guy just did not want to die. I had to keep turning around, couldn't get my aim on him. Finally got him. Pretty sloppy Blackwater, but I wasn't sweating on resetting just in case the glitch took 20 minutes to use, or the camp with the treasure map wasn't spawned. A lot of things that can be unpredictable in this run. But yeah, Void, his run is very, very good. Very, very good. I had a lot of trouble yesterday when I was trying this run, and I think half the time I took in my run was just trying to get the glitch to work. I was just standing on the American side of the river trying to get to Mexico, and I was just trying the glitch over and over and over again, and it just wasn't working for me. So I'm glad I got it fairly fast today, as we're going to see. This speedrun about half the time of the any percent, which is nice. Any percent I have 5th fastest time in the world at 58 minutes 30 seconds. So I'm hopefully going to be taking my Treasure Hunter speedrun down by a good bit as well. But this is the first full run I've done. So I was quite happy with it. I'm quite happy with it. I can say that. A couple of things did go a little bit poorly. Including here, I did not get my sharpshooter rank 2, which normally is like a reset in a normal run, but we really don't kill many people in this. And Blackwater is just about to be finished after we speak to yet another crying woman. Actually, no, that was before the crying woman. But yeah, half the cutscenes have crying women in it. And we're going to reload here. And this is somewhere we never normally see. Got a hotel room in Blackwater, and we're going to fast travel back to Beach of Soap. And now is like a completely new story from the 90% speedrun. This is all new stuff. Of course, my horse had to go just that millimetre too close to the house, which meant I got warped into a little cutscene. So a few second time loss there. And now we're going to Manzita Post, which sounds like some kind of local newspaper. The Manzita Post. However, we are gonna... This is the only other thing we do in the game that's like any kind of story-based kind of thing. We're gonna save a town. And that town is not even a town, it's just a railway. Railway and a shop. But we are saving this place with what little bullets we have. You're going to see something weird happen here as well. Like normally when you're clearing out a town, it's just zombies you're killing. I got animals in this one as well. Well, you sometimes do get dogs. And here are some wolves. So not actual dogs, but wolves. But that's not the weird thing. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. It's about to come. Right here, I think. I'm like, okay, I'll kill this person here. Oh, it's a bear. It's a zombie bear. Of course, bears are... It's kind of borderline spawn in this part of the world. But yeah, I just did not expect to see a zombie bear in one of these save the town clearouts. So I've got 2 bullets left in my gun. 0 bullets left in my gun after somehow missed. And then I'm like, where is this last guy? I've got, what, 2 bullets left in my rifle. Managed to shoot him. And with 1 bullet to my name, I leave the town. The reason we save Manzita Post is because you get a throwing knife for doing it. Oh, sorry, tomahawk. And the tomahawk is needed for the glitch. You need 2 guns in the same slot, and you need 2 throwable, or 2 things in your throwable slot. The other thing we're going to get for the throwable slot is going to be the zombie bait, which we will, or undead bait, which we will be getting from Fort Mercer a little bit later. But right here, we are now in the treasure hunter part of this, and thankfully this time the camp spawned. As soon as you cross the railway bridge, there's a little camp. Not the camp I was expecting. Normally it's just a tent with a cannibal. There's a guy with a Gatling gun, and I was like, oh no, we have to reset again, there's no chest. Oh no wait, there it is. So open up the chest, get some shotgun ammo, getting shot at, and then treasure map, good. So finally, I can continue the run as I'm getting shot by this guy. I mean, I did just steal his treasure map, but still, come on, that's just rude. So now we're going somewhere you never ever go in the game, for any reason. I guess that's why they put the treasure up here, just to give you some reason to go up here. We're actually going off the map. We're going that far north, and it's easy to find. You just hug this kind of cliff line, just head north, west, hug the cliff line, and you get to this little passage with some snow in it, and the treasure is just at the top of that. So there is an extra little thing you can do with the glitch. The glitch basically is pull out your gun, switch it to a different gun in the same category, go to your throwing, or your tomahawk, close the weapon wheel, reopen it, select your original gun again, all extremely fast, and then you should have the glitch. But I think then you need to also go, this is where I'm kind of like all fuzzy about it. I've only got it to work when I do that, and then I go and select my undead bait again, manually. Then I can kind of slowly get this glitch where you're kind of just slowly teleporting, flinging yourself through the air. Very confusing. Very confusing. Hopefully it makes more sense to see than it is for me to explain. But something else you can do with that is if you stand on top of one of these little treasure mounds and you jump up and do the glitch, you'll go flying up into the air and then kind of like slam yourself back down and you'll just get the treasure instantly. However, we have not unlocked Undead Bait yet, so I couldn't do it here. I did try it on the third treasure location. However, just wasn't happening for me. So that's part of the glitch I need to nail down if I'm gonna have any chance of world record. But still, very early days. This is my first ever submitted run for this. So yeah, we got the first bit of the treasure. Sadly, it takes 30 seconds if you do the treasure manually, which we had to. But next we are going to get to treasure slot number 2, which is just across from McFarlane's Ranch. So we are going to go straight south. Now, this involves something I call the death jump, as we walk into some classic concrete Rockstar foliage. The death jump is in between McFarlane's Ranch and Armadillo. You just run and jump with the horse off a cliff, and it looks like you're definitely dead. However, you should survive. If you don't survive, then you're going to have to reload from the last visited town. That's why, instead of going straight to the death jump, I take it's only a small, like, 15-second detour. I make sure I get McFarlane's Ranch at the very top of the screen right now, just so I have guaranteed myself that that is a fast travel point for me. So that if I do die, then I can fast travel back quickly there, and then attempt the jump again, just in case it's worst case scenario. Now, up until this point here, I had never died on the death jump. I have had the horse die on the death jump before, however I have never died, so it's normally pretty good. Those two trees in the left distance, that's where you want to aim for. Just to the right of those, there's like a little outcrop of rocks there, right in between it, and then you want to just jump here and just slide down. However, slid a little bit too fast, dead. So I'm thinking, oh man, that's never happened. That has never happened. But luckily, I went to McFarlane's Ranch. I quickly get a new warhorse with the deed, whistle for it, spawns pretty close, and really this is adding an extra minute, the fact that it died, but it made me feel happy that my going to McFarlane's Ranch actually did help the run out, instead of just going straight there across country. So yeah, a little bit of extra time on this, but this is my first submitted run. It's not going to be perfect. So that is one of two things I would say that went poorly for me. However, it's not a huge time loss. It is a time loss, but we'll take it. We'll take it. So in between the rocks and the trees, looking for this little patch of grass here, jump, and this is what's meant to happen. Just slide down nicely. Although it's not meant to go quite that badly. Once again, horse is dead. Once again, it called out my deed, and I was going the wrong way. There is the treasure, and another. He makes those look so heavy. Those rocks are not that heavy. John Marston makes them like the heaviest thing in the world. Yeah, we get our treasure, which is another treasure map to the next place, and half bottle of whiskey. So yeah, I am now calling for my horse like crazy. Don't see it, so I'm freaking out. Get another deed out. Whistling finally appears on the map, so I go back to meet it, just because it's a little bit finicky with the this being on a cliffside, not an official road or anything. And of course the horse just goes right through these concrete trees. Go down to meet it, hope it doesn't just decide to run off the cliff. And we're back on the road again. So now the next part of this is going to Armadillo. Now we're not going to save the town, we're not going to do anything. apart from just a 3 second, maybe less than that, probably 1 second cutscene with the sheriff. Now, when you go to the sheriff in the base game or the any percent speedrun, he gives you a sawed-off shotgun to kill his, well, that we use to kill his two deputies. However, we're only taking this and not completing the mission. We're just taking the gun and then leaving. Simply because we need two weapons in the same slot. Now we already have a shotgun, so when we get the sawn off, we can switch between those two guns, along with our two throwable weapons, which are the tomahawk we got for saving Mansita Post, and what will be the undead bait we get for visiting Fort Mercer. And that can be, those are the things, those are the basic ingredients we need for the glitch. So this is the last part of the game that we need to do the glitch to get to Mexico. So don't get eaten by that little dog. 1, 2, and we're down. We now are holding a shotgun, and we're just going to leave Armadillo and head to Fort Mercer. Good part of the run. Just to say, if you're enjoying this, please do give us a like. It really does help me out, and subscribe if you're new. Now that that bit of admin is out of the way, it's a pretty straightforward run. Just to the big U on the minimap there. Sticking with the path as much as possible, although we do have to leave it very soon to go to that one over there. And a little bit of off-roading, a little bit of pathing. Pretty simple, straightforward, as the crow flies. At least when the horse can make it up. I mean, that was totally my fault. I can't blame the horse for that. I was asking him to go up something a little too steep, and then I did it again. But we got there. So, Fort Mercer is a base that we go to twice, I think. Yes, I believe 2 times. Just for, once just to get our bait, and once for fast travel purposes. And jump off the horse to save a bit of time. And we're in Fort Mercer. Autosave is happening. And then we do a quick save. Sorry, a quick load. And then we're up at our bed. And on the bed we can fast travel, but we don't do that right now. We do that a lot in the any percent. However, in this, we're just going to run and jump. Call the horse. Hope it spawns near us. And then we are going to go to plain view. Now, I've had a bit of trouble finding plain view lately, because normally in the any percent speedrun, we follow this road and then cut off, and then we go straight to West Dickens, who has a big W on the map that's easy for us just to focus on and just go straight to, and then we go to plain view from there. And I know how to get to plain view from that point, but just going straight to plain view, I was like, right, was it south, southwest, or just due south here? And I'm like looking out for the little oil derricks, and I'm like, it's over here, right? And yeah, I went a little bit of the long way round, but we got there. Definitely part that I can do better. Again, we're not going to save it, we're not going to talk to the film director guy. We are going to take this path and go straight southwest. And we're going to stick on this path until we see a railway nearby. And then we're going to go to that, and that'll take us straight to treasure number 3. Town safety meter's still up there. Finally it's gone. That was there for a long time. I didn't notice that before. But yeah, there is going to be a railroad just in the minimap. It just appears right now, and as soon as you see that in the minimap, run and jump off a cliff. And try not to die. I mean, how did I nearly die on that cliff, but not on the... I mean, I did die on the other one. Okay, never mind. Stick with the railroad. Left turn here. And join up again. And then the way I used to memorise this is just wait until it crosses a path, and then diagonally off onto the next path. If you look at I do this mostly by minimap. If you look at the minimap, there is a path going through it. Go a little bit further forward, and then diagonally off onto this next path. And we're pretty much right here. just zoom up here. I've never seen that tent spawn there before. This is the first time. Yeah, doesn't matter though. There is our treasure, and I'm like, okay, quickly try the glitch here. So I'm like, get this out, tomahawk, back to my original weapon. I'm like, is that it? Shit, I've pulled the bottle out. Nope, I'm just jumping looking like an idiot. Put it away, get the tomahawk out, pull your weapon out, switch weapon, go to that, pull it back out. And I'm maybe a little bit flustered here, trying it too fast. And I'm like, you know what? I've not got it. I'm just gonna take the treasure. I'm just gonna take the treasure. When a time save turns into something that ends up taking more time, not worth it. I will get that glitch nailed down, but for right this second, it wasn't important. The only time it's really important is to get into Mexico, because we can't complete this without it. And wait for the save, and then we're going to do another load just to get us closer to Mexico. So we're going to fast travel to Plainview, back where we just were, and call for the horse. Luckily it's right here. And then take the path to the southeast this time, and this takes us right to the broken bridge across the river from Mexico. If only John Marston could swim, none of this would be necessary, but sadly he can't. Now I don't remember how long it took me to get the glitch to work this attempt. I think it was only like a few attempts and I was able to get it. But now watching this back, time will tell. So once again, you pull out your gun, and then as soon as you go into the weapon wheel, you press right on the D-pad to switch it to the other gun you've got in the same slot, and then you pick the tomahawk, and then you go back and pick your original gun, and you can see very slowly I was moving out of my body. You saw the camera move there, but I believe that rock hard tree is blocking my my ghost. Yep, as you can see the little teleport there. I was hard counted by the tree. So now once again get the tomahawk out. So gun, switch, and back. Again, check Void's channel for the better explanation. Gun, switch it to another one, and I'm trying. Lost a bit of time. I was walking a little bit too close to the water, so I'm like, alright, let's go back a little bit here. So, shotgun, different shotgun, then over to tomahawk, back, original gun, and I was like getting the thing where I was like paused, but I couldn't move, I had no momentum. So, once again, just doing it, and then I was like, what happens if I just take out the, if I just take out my undead bait, and try and select that. And that's how I eventually get it. I think, is it just here? It's coming up any second because this is the area where I did it. So it must be on this attempt, I believe. And I can see that I'm frozen. I'm frozen in place. And finally, there we go. You have to press L1 or left bumper on Xbox. And you can see my horse in the distance there, or me, and then I'm like floating across, and then up, and then I just drop down. And then you should be able to whistle for your horse, but he was stuck on the other side, so I just kill that horse, bring out a new one, and again he spawned on the other side. I'm like, oh man, what do I need to do to get the horse to spawn on this side of the river? So I despawn him, get out another horse with another deed. Once again on the wrong side of the river. So I'm like, I'm just going to go for a bit of a run and try again. So pull out the deed for the warhorse, and then just check if I still got the glitch, and I do. And again call for the horse. Again, it's still miles away behind me. Just more time loss. So like if I get the glitch first time, and like can fling myself onto Mexico a little bit faster. There's no reason why I can't shave off a good few minutes minimum just from that alone. Not to mention picking up the treasure faster, which was something I did talk a little bit about, is that you can get the treasure faster. So you don't go through that 30-second animation of lifting up all the bricks and slowly going into it. If you have the glitch on, which I at this point still do, anytime I press L1 I will like invisibly fly through the air, and I'll respawn where the camera is when I press L1 again. If you have the glitch on and you stand above the treasure pile and you jump up in the air and then press L1, your camera will start going up in the air, so you'll be high above it, and then you can press L1 again, where you will just fall out of the sky, splat right on top of the rocks, and just instantly get the treasure. No cutscene. So that does save a lot of time. And I'm going to the next treasure point right now, which is just around the corner here. Just by these palm trees. Over this little hill is a series of 3 palm trees. Don't care if they're not palm trees. I call them palm trees just so I know which I'm going for. I think they are palm trees though. Either way. So I'm like, yes, treasure is right here. Instant dog attack. So I'm like, I need to do it, and I pressed L1 before jumping, and then I'm trying to pull out a gun to shoot these dogs, but I'm stuck in my little ghost form, so I need to get on the horse to try to get out of the glitch. So I have to break the glitch to pull out a gun, which was frustrating, just because I was getting mauled by these dogs. If these dogs didn't appear, I would have stood on top of the treasure, jumped up, did the glitch, fell on the rocks, instantly got the treasure. But I had to run away, get attacked again by dogs, shoot the dogs, a lot of unnecessary steps, and then I still have to go through the animation because I broke out of the glitch. So frustrating there. That dog attack did cost me what, about 45 seconds to a minute, all in all, plus the fact that I no longer have the glitch on me, which means I can't do the glitch at the final treasure location either, unless I go through the glitch. But I'm thinking, to set up the glitch again with how badly it went last time, it's just going to take too much time. I'm just gonna take the last treasure by hand and just set a time, submit it, and I can break this time later when I try again. But I wanted to put down a base time on speedrun.com on the Red Dead Redemption extended categories. This is where you'll find all your stuff for Red Dead Revolver 1, Undead, and 2. Fun place. Good community. So right here, I have to try and Skyrim horse up here, and then go around one little outcrop, 2 little outcrop, and then finally, so easy to find these, the last one, and the timer stops the second we see the green treasure hunter text level 5 unlocked pop up at the bottom of the screen, which does so 28 minutes and 30 seconds into the run for a nice little base time. Was that about 9 minutes behind world record, and I had a lot of disasters in that. So yeah, that's Treasure Hunter. If you want to try it yourself, please go ahead. Had a lot of fun doing this, and I'll be doing it again. And look at this, we find, was it Pestilence right at the end? See you next time.